23 ABC welcomes Sangera Subaru to partner in bringing you Kern's Kindness every Friday morning right here on 23 ABC to spotlight acts of kindness from across Kern County.
Kern's Kindness is brought to you by Sangera Subaru, paving the way for a better community. Bringing you stories from across Kern County. Turn to 23.com.
Good morning, Kern County, and thanks for joining us here on 23 ABC News at 11 on this Thursday, May 21st. I'm Grace Laverriere. We begin this Thursday morning with an incident in northeast Bakersfield. BPD responding to a call of a stabbing at a home off Arnold Street and Vanderbilt Drive this morning, just after 7:30. The scene reportedly turned into a standoff when the suspect barricaded himself inside, still with the knife. We're told after refusing to leave, police deployed a K-9 to detain the suspect. The victim, a family member, all received minor to moderate injuries and were taken to the hospital. One witness, a neighbor, spoke to us and describes what he normally sees as a quiet community.
Other than him, it's very quiet. Normally he's on his rants and he leaves for the whole day and he's gone the whole day and then he comes back late in the afternoon. But other than him, it's very quiet.
According to Bakersfield police, the suspect was also hospitalized and charged for stabbing, assault, and resisting arrest.
An inmate escaping KCSO custody earlier Wednesday morning while being taken to Kern Medical. I'm Veronica Morley, your senior reporter. Vincent Xavier De Leon was recently convicted of rape and escaped the custody around 11 a.m., leading to a search through nearby neighborhoods before he was eventually apprehended. Just off Niles Street and near Kern Medical Center for over an hour Wednesday, sheriff deputies were on the search. Their target, 45-year-old Vincent De Leon, who was recently convicted of raping a woman after kidnapping her from the Inn Shape in northwest Bakersfield. De Leon, set to be sentenced on June 24th, hid in a nearby neighborhood just off of Quincy Street near West and Orange Drive. While sheriff officials worked the scene, nearby neighbors watched. Johnny Rogers, a resident of the area, said while the scene was concerning, it's not the first time they've dealt with this problem.
Definitely, it concerns me. It's not the first time that an inmate has escaped from KMC, so it's scary knowing that any possible moment there could be someone escaping from KMC and entering into one of our homes in our neighborhood, just like today.
Just after 12:30, De Leon was apprehended and returned to KCSO custody. We reached out to the Kern County Sheriff's Office for an additional interview regarding the escape, but they were unavailable. In Bakersfield, I'm Veronica Morley, your senior reporter.
And taking a first check of our forecast, right now it is 11:03 here on our Thursday morning. A little bit hazy here in downtown Bakersfield, and that will be kind of the case for the next couple of days as this heat continues to build. Right now, 85 degrees here in Bakersfield. Low humidity as well, below 20% humidity. So really warm and dry is what we'll feel both today and through a majority of the holiday weekend. Countywide today, mostly in the 70s and 80s through the mountains, and then 90s for us here in Bakersfield and over in the desert neighborhoods. Just a little bit of an afternoon breeze over in the mountains, but not a ton of wind in that forecast. We are mostly calm heading into the holiday weekend. Here's what we can expect if you're staying local for the Memorial Day weekend. Bakersfield mostly in the 90s, though as you can see on Monday's holiday, we are starting to see a little bit of a change up in terms of temperatures. If this is still too warm for you, you can head to the coast. If you go to Pismo Beach this weekend, they'll be in the 60s for Saturday and Sunday. It'll be really nice over there, nice and chilly as well. We'll take a look at our extended forecast and, of course, all of our other neighborhoods coming up later in the show.
Millions of Americans will be hitting the road this Memorial Day weekend, and while many may be keeping their eyes on gas prices, officials say safety should come first. I'm Riley Nagel, your neighborhood reporter.
Despite high gas prices, AAA projects more than 39 million Americans will travel by car this Memorial Day weekend, a slight increase from last year.
And Memorial Day is kind of unique because it kicks off summer, and with that, you know, families and friends are looking for their summer travel.
George Toro with CHP says the extra holiday traffic can also mean more crashes and more dangerous driving conditions. Officers are reminding people to buckle up, avoid distractions, and prepare their vehicles before hitting the road by checking things like tire pressure, coolant levels, and routes ahead of time. Memorial Day also marks the start of what AAA calls the 100 deadliest days for teen drivers, a time when deadly crashes involving young and inexperienced drivers typically rise. CHP is urging teens and adults to never drive under the influence, whether it involves alcohol, marijuana, or other drugs.
We turn on the news and we see over and over again tragedies that have happened here in Kern County due to people driving under the influence.
Whether you're driving across town or across the state, officials say safe travel starts before you even hit the road. I'm Riley Nagel, your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter.
And the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, say it's fully staffed and ready for the busy Memorial Day travel rush. The agency expects to screen more than 18 million passengers and crew members nationwide between today and next Wednesday. TSA officials say travelers should see minimal wait times at airport checkpoints as the summer travel season officially gets underway. The agency is also reminding passengers to bring a real ID compliant driver's license or another accepted form of identification like a passport. TSA says travelers who arrive without proper ID may face additional screening and a fee for identity verification. And the California Highway Patrol is setting up a DUI and driver's license checkpoint Friday night, tomorrow night. Officers will target roads in eastern Kern County. The goal is, of course, to keep motorists safe and to prevent people from drinking and driving. Trained officers will staff the checkpoint to detect alcohol and drug impairment. The checkpoint will run from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. And Weibel Road will be closed in both directions between Brundage Lane and Bell Terrace tomorrow from 2 a.m. until 10 a.m. as crews pour a concrete deck, part of a construction project in the area. Drivers will be detoured to Real Road or H Street during this closure, and a flagger will help control access for homes and businesses north of Bell Terrace.
E-scooters are gaining popularity among children, and Arvin is no exception. I'm Carla Sosa, your Arvin neighborhood reporter. But the superintendent at Arvin Union School District is taking a stand, making sure that safety is the #1 priority for students. On May 14th, Arvin Union School District Superintendent Georgia Rett sent a letter to parents after a student riding an e-scooter was involved in an accident on the way to school. The letter stated that e-scooters operated by students will no longer be allowed on any Arvin Union campus, in accordance with California Vehicle Code. Under state law, it is illegal for anyone under 16 to operate a motorized scooter on public roads, bike paths, or sidewalks. The district includes 3 elementary schools and 1 middle school, and all students are under the age of 16.
To find out that there actually is a vehicle code which doesn't allow students under 16, children under 16, to drive an e-scooter. And so we immediately thought about student safety, what we can control. We can't enforce the vehicle code, but we can control what students bring to campus.
Red says she's heard from parents who say they didn't know there were age restrictions when it came to driving e-scooters. For 23ABC, I'm Carla Sosa, your Arvin neighborhood reporter.
The Kern County Grand Jury report says Bakersfield neighborhoods may be waiting too long for traffic safety solutions. I'm Maddie Fulmer, your Northeast Bakersfield neighborhood reporter, and I'll have why the report says the city is relying on residents to sound the alarm about speeding problems.
At 23ABC, we're committed to tell the stories that matter the most to our community. Covering Lamont and Arvin, I'm Carla Sosa, your 23ABC neighborhood reporter.